I did, I fixed it, I can hear. You fixed what, Mousy? Okay, I'm gonna try. So like, yeah, so we've established that my CPU is like burnt out, and this is like computer's not built for streaming. It's using 100% of the CPU, so everything's gonna be slow and really bad. Then it shouldn't be that bad. It is though, Jago. Like it says 100%. Streamlabs is using like 40% of the goddamn CPU. It's insane. But I mean, it's. I would say. What did you have to do? You had to integrate calls with phone app and switched it off. I mean, your CPU is e-waste, but your GPU should be all right. Well, we'll see. I need the chat open for this thing. Okay, then we're gonna talk about this. Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's, you know, this is what this test is for. Unfortunately, I might have to upgrade my PC. Because yeah, it's just not built for streaming. It's just a really like PC that I put together cheaply to do some basic gaming at the time. Which, as you know, I don't really game a lot. I did do a bit. I used to play a few games on here, but you know, Final Fantasy 14 I used to play on the PC, but you know, that's not really a demanding game. But anyway, yeah, so yeah, so this is like extremely ghetto. Maybe it is now. Maybe what is now? But we're going to talk about this subject. So this should be the live stream. I have to test. Can I type in this thing? I was wondering how much stuff I can do because of this, the CPU being strangled. So it won't even load this. I can't see this page here. I can't see this page. It's like not non-cooperative. Like the music, we might have to do it without the music, which I was quite enjoying this, but it's not really working out, is it? Let's see now. Okay, it doesn't really matter if that's not like if that's not the. Can anyone go to open up the YouTube? YouTube and see it and make sure that we're live. Hang on, I'll copy this over here. If anyone else can look at it for me, please. Oh, it loaded on there now, but it's very, you know. Yeah, it's just wild. It's just using up all my CPU. They're gamers. Jodie needs to upgrade her PC. I have joined on my PC. What does that mean? I've joined on my PC. Okay. Test 1 2 1 2. Might have to kill the music. But it's okay. We will. Alright, time to test this stream. We are testing it. This is the test stream right now, Jago. We're literally testing the stream. Or you're testing it. You're gonna look at it. Yeah, see if we're streaming okay. Because like when I try and like it, like honestly, it's like literally killing my GPU. I'm dropping frames. Like it's really bad. It's like super bad. Hey look, it automatically put Visions of Mother on there. I didn't do that. That's cool if it did that, because I didn't do that. Yeah. It's dropping hella frames. I can hear Jodie, but audio is super low. Probably because my microphone's quite far. Let me move the microphone closer. Unfortunately, when I move it closer, it's in my way. I've turned everything up to the max. Okay, is it better now? Let me just make sure it's on the right microphone. Yeah, the mic's not close to my mouth. You know, that's, you know. Okay. Output. Why are you showing me that picture? Output. Speakers, input, microphone, master, sounds, Discord, system sounds, stream. Oh, okay. I need to do Streamlabs. Hold up. Streamlabs, Yeti Classic. This isn't coming through. I guess it's kind of low though. So let me raise that. Ooh, why is it stuck? Okay, how about now? I have nitro, so I could get a finish. I have nitro. I have nitro right now. Oh, you can see the overlay is all weird because there's loads of people in here. It's better, but it's still a bit low. Okay, I will boost. One sec. Okay, I turned up the gain. How about now? I turned up the gain. I can hear myself playing back, so I need to. I thought I turned that off. It's super low. Yes. It's a bit better, but it's super low. Jago, how about now? I need you to tell me. Tell me, Jago. Or somebody, tell me how the audio is. I might have to just turn the gain up and stuff. Audio is better now. I should turn this up so that I can hear. There might be a little bit of feedback. 1 second. Turn the gain up a little bit. How about now? I'm in the yellow. I'm in the yellow, sort of. It is kind of low. You're still quite low, but let me try another YouTube. I'm still low. 1 second. I need to make sure that all of this is. Let me make sure it isn't trying to come through a different microphone on here. 1 second. Properties, because it might be. Let me see. Yeah, device Yeti Classic, which is the microphone. This microphone. Microphone Yeti Classic. Speakers. Hide in mixer. Oh, hide. Yeah, source microphone I've got on here. So it should be fine. In terms of like the source, it's the right source. I might just have to turn up the gain, Jago. 1 second, there might be a bit of feedback. Apologies. I'm going to turn this gain up. Right, how about now? Can anyone see if decorations? Where are the stuff around Jerry and Jago's? Oh, that, yeah, it's nitro. It is nitro. But like the ones they give you for free is like not a lot and lame. Like all the other stuff you have to pay for in like in a shop. Like on top of nitro basically. Okay, so how's the audio now? Is it still low? Is it still low? Is that Marty says it sounds great. Are you listening on YouTube though? Are you listening on YouTube? It's very good now. Okay, I turned up the gain. So that's why it's very good. So that's good. The CPU usage is 100%, which is not good. YouTube died? Did the stream drop? YouTube is not dead. Okay, because I had to do this. I have to pause it so that it's not using up the resources. Test, it should still be live though. YouTube is not dead. How's it? I had to stop the music though. It's quiet as F on YouTube. It's quiet as F? Right, because I don't have the music playing, but you should be able to hear me. Let me know how the audio is. Anybody? How's the audio on YouTube? Audio is fine for me. Mousy says it's quiet. Jago says fine. Yeah, on YouTube. I'm asking about YouTube specifically. On Discord it's great. YouTube is low. Are you experiencing the same thing, Jago? On YouTube, okay. Jago said it's fine on YouTube. Mousy said it's not. But Jago, you're on PC, right? Man, Mousy needs a new computer. I need a new computer. Who's that? Sorry, this thing isn't showing me your full usernames. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Jay. Who's Jay? I can't see your whole username. Or is your name just Jay? Who's that? Jay? I guess I can't see your full username. Oh, okay. The usernames will be truncated. Oh, it's Juice Man Von. Juice Man Von, welcome. So, because it has this, I guess it's like streamer mode or whatever. It's like puts that on. Yeah, I'm like, who's that person with that avatar? That stranger. What is that avatar from, by the way? Wait, it says Juice Man. Are Juice Man Von and J2 the same person? They're two different people, aren't they? Am I living in a parallel universe? It says Juice Man Von on my thing. Okay. We're going to talk. You need a Google computer for maximum YouTube. What, like a Chromebook? Hell no. Well, racism from the UK. What racism? Who's being racist? I didn't notice it was Juice Man Von. Explain how I'm being racist. 1000 year J2. I just said I didn't know who that was. But I had to turn off the thing that was truncating the. Strangely enough, it's not showing J2 in the UI stream. Yeah, because like it's okay. So I think it's like streamer mode or whatever. It like truncates the usernames. But when I click on this avatar here in Discord, it says Juice Man Von. That's what it's saying to me. It's saying Juice Man Von. My bad. Discord was acting weird. Yeah, Juice Man Von. See, welcome. But then on YouTube it says 1000 year J2. Welcome 1000 year J2. I think they're two. J2 and Juice Man Von are two different people, right? So you're stop trying to bamboozle me. They're two different people. I know they are. It seems like J2 has left the call. See, look, how can it be the same person when there's two in here right now? J2 and Juice Man Von. Welcome both of you. They were all trying to say you were the same person, and I said no. Juice Man Von and J2 are two different people, and they said no, it's the same person. So I don't understand why. They said Juice Man Von was J2. And I was like, no, it's definitely two different people. No one's trying to bamboozle you. You're just getting confused. You're getting confused. You're trying to...
False.
Oh no, Jago let himself in the back door again. Me and J2 are different. Yeah, I knew we were two different people. I don't know why Jago was trying to confuse me. This sounds...
Because... I said it was J2 Blue because he was in the stream before or in the call. That's why I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Am I dropping Vinny Mac? Is my audio dropping out? Am I like roboting or whatever? Oh man, let me see I should have a good connect. Yeah, my ping's 30 ms. If I might be dropping on the YouTube thing because I'm having some issues with because I got excited because I had to put my gain up high. Let me turn this thing down so I don't go into red bars. Get excited again. I got too excited. Alright, she was probably getting cut out. Okay. Right. Now everyone's here. And I know the overlay doesn't look great. I'm going to have to... if I do it right now, I'm going to mess everything up. Right, but I'm going to try and address this overlay off stream and make a new thing. Right now, we're just trying to like test because I haven't streamed for quite a while, as you know. And also I added a second screen because I always had that issue of not having to look at Discord on my phone and stuff like this, which was annoying. So I have a second screen. It's a really old screen though, Jago. You should see it's the most ghetto. I'll take a picture later. It's the most ghetto. It's like my really old screen from an old computer. It's not even like widescreen. It's more like 5:3. But it works. It's still 4:3. I mean, it's like a 4:3 screen. But that's all I need to display Discord. I don't need like it's HD, but it's like a 4:3 screen. It's really, really old. I think someone gave it to me. It's not from Mako. No, it's a flat screen, but it's just really old. DVI. Yeah, I think it's using DVI. I think I connected it with DVI. It is Jago. I'm not joking. But I only need it for Discord. Like my main monitor is like an Asus one, like Asus like 1440p monitor. So that's what I've got with everything else on. That other one is just for Discord because I need Discord on a it doesn't need to be fancy. And I thought, do you know what's the point of me buying another screen when I literally have that one there and I can connect it with DVI? Screen lost 50s. Oh, have I gone into Robo again? Oh, for God's sake. Am I Robo? I need a drink. I don't know if it's YouTube or like... Am I Robo? Am I botting? I feel like I'm fine on my end. Okay, just keep me posted. I'm going to go and get a drink quickly, come back, and then we can do some topics. How about that, everybody? Because I know we haven't done the live stream for a while. So I have is a be right back thing? Does it even work? Be right back. I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back. Can everybody hear me? I'm back. And we can get into some topics. Now, the stream and everything is probably still going to be janky and everything. I'm probably going to have to do another test stream or two to fix some of the issues, and I definitely have issues with, I think this computer I have may not be powerful enough to do the streaming, so I might have to upgrade this PC at some point, because it's just dropping frames all over the place and not really playing stuff properly, unfortunately. It's just not good. My CPU is still 100%, Jago. Oh, what is it? Can I tell you that in a bit? I have to find it. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. And now my mouse isn't working, so that's just great. It's great. It's a great thing. It should say on Task Manager. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Mouse! Stop being ridiculous. This mouse. Oh my god! You would think that the dongle was on the other side of the room. It's like right next to me, but there's something it doesn't like the other things being there. It doesn't like the other stuff being there. So it's just like. Oh god, this is so annoying. So annoying. Okay. Okay, so you say it's in the Task Manager, in the Performance. Okay, it says AMD Ryzen 3 1300X quad-core processor. So, like I said, it's not... Yeah, I know, Jago, it's not the best... Okay. Jago, I know, I said it was old. Jago's calling me out. I used this PC for basic functions and playing Final Fantasy 14, right? I didn't need like a super duper beast computer. But now for streaming you do kind of need a beast PC, because it just uses up so much stuff. So you do kind of need a beast PC. But I'm going to address these issues one by one. Maybe you can help me out, Jago, and see what I can do. Zen 1 in... Alright, Jago. Zen 1 in 2024 is crazy. I told you it was old. Oh, it says Ryzen 3, not Zen 1. Zen 1. It says AMD Ryzen 3 1300X quad-core processor. It's called Ryzen 3. Not Zen 1. I don't know what Zen 1 is. Alright, Jago, he's putting skulls. Alright. It's a Zen 1. Oh, okay, that's what the group of them is called. Alright, Jago, but I'm not like super tech savvy. I'm not like... it was a basic PC I made. At the time, it worked. I wasn't streaming back then. The Ryzen 1000 CPUs are all Zen 1. Okay, then. Well, you know, I said it wasn't very good. I said it wasn't very good. Unfortunately, yeah. My GPU is NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1050, which again isn't very. I know, Jago. I don't need you getting on at me. Oh, your GPU is. All right, calm down, Kike. Calm down. You calm down right now. I know. I know. Horror GPU. I tell you what. Both of you, buy me the PC parts then. Buy me the PC parts and I'll upgrade my PC. How about that? You buy me the parts. Buy me the goddamn... Yeah, right. We'll shut up then. Shut up. You buy me the parts or shut up. Breaking up again. I don't know if I'm breaking up because of my motherboard is AM4 or not. How do I find that out? I can't remember. How do I find out what my motherboard is? I'm sure it's like... Jago, I can't remember all that stuff on the top of my head. All I know is that this PC can't handle what I'm doing right now. It's make everything slow. It's a tiny bit longer. I don't know what that means, Jago. Okay, so we don't have... I would really like to play this mana music, but unfortunately it's just been an idiot. So we're just gonna do some basic stuff. You're signed in already, which you clearly are. Signed into what, Jago? It's in the processes. Where's that then? Processes. Wait, it says the motherboard in there? Where does it say that? No, as in the process to identifying your motherboard. Oh, how do I do that? Streamlabs is killing this, man. 35% it's using. Which section is it in, Jago? You have to press Windows key plus R, then type MS Info 32. Jago, do I have to do that right now? Live on YouTube? Can I just do it later? I Then you'd have to select System Summary. How about later? There's a load of people sitting here. Everyone's going to leave if I'm just doing this. Your motherboard would be baseboard. I thought we should talk about some topics. I can't do this all night and it's very easy. Yeah, let's talk about some topics and I will do a separate like test stream thing. Maybe, Jago, when you've got some free time, we can go through some of this PC stuff and you can help me out. But it's like, even though it's not working very well now, like let's try and have a little bit of a show for an hour or two. And then I will try and sort this PC stuff out another time. And yes, I'm probably going to have to upgrade because you're all using skull emojis and whatever. Okay. Using skull emojis. When they're using skull emojis, you know it's not good. I know. I had to download skull emojis. I've got 1050. I know. It was sufficient at the time. It was sufficient at the time. I got this years ago. It must have been, it probably was in like 2018, 2019 time. So at the time it was sufficient. Not now. Okay. So I know, but Jago, you need to remember, like, I didn't have a lot of money and stuff, and I was trying to like get a budget thing together. So, you know, it's just what I could do. It's just like my budget at the time, right? But you know, obviously I've got to upgrade stuff a bit. Okay, so let's go into install base. So a couple of things. Firstly, this mouse has been annoying. It's really annoying me. I need to get a wired mouse because this one is being insane. Secondly, I don't know if we can do this lo-fi music because it might not want to cooperate. Is it okay? If it's no good, I will... It's kind of loud for me as well, that's the other thing. Maybe it's better to just not have it. Maybe it'll just be better not to have it. Master volume. Oops, don't do that. Sorry about that noise. Still kind of loud for me, but we'll see. I might turn it off, and then we're gonna put that stuff on in a minute. Let's quickly talk about a couple of things. I'd like to get into a discussion like with this kind of main topic that I made about visions of my... I only came up with this because of the Square Enix posting that video earlier, and then also maybe we can talk about the stuff with NIS. I'm not really sure what's going on there, like NIS as in like NIS Japan might be in trouble. NISA's doing well because they have like loads of like localization stuff that they do, and they're getting obviously like stuff from Falcon and stuff like that, but the actual parent company, Nippon Ichi Software, is maybe not doing so hot. But you know, they had a couple of games that kind of flopped. Disgaea 7 didn't do very well. So yeah, so that may be the case. So let's look at. I think they changed this thing, so it's like confusing, like where to go. Plus my mouse is being dumb. Let's see. Oh, sorry, I can't see it. Let me go on here and see your comments. Sound is trash. Is it not good? Oh no, that's what you said earlier. Is it still trash? Oh no, it's put. I'm sorry, what that. Yeah, I know that picture's there, J2, because oh my god, because I needed something for a thumbnail, so I just grabbed something that was in my thing. I there's all these, like, I know JBot has. Oh my god, JBot's put so many things on there. Okay, I'm gonna have to sort this out. I'll delete those in a bit, okay? JBot's like put all of them on the notice board. Like every time I went live, I forgot. I got a thing set up so that it will post it onto the notice board when I'm live. But it's because I had to restart multiple times. It did that. Okay, so let's get back into that. How do I get back into this room? Open chat. Right, it's not even playing this music, so or is it? Oh, maybe it is. Audio is it low? Audio is pretty low on you. What, for the music or or my voice? Which one? Both. Oh. I tried putting up my voice. Don't worry about the background music being low, because yeah, because it keeps pausing. I'm gonna have to stop it. I'm probably just gonna have to stop it. Don't worry about that. It's my voice is important. I'm gonna be right back. Okay, so anyone else will have to let me know about my voice being how that is. Okay. I'll probably just talk about the Famitsu sales for a little bit, but let's deep dive into a couple of things here. Why is it all like that? How did you get this to open up? Why is it all like bunched up like this? Listen to your queen. Who's the queen? Not me. I've never said I'm a queen. Why is this? Oh, click to expand. Okay, so I wanted to talk about a couple of things, like in a sort of deep dive kind of manner. So with the Famitsu sales, is it still low, Jago? I put my gain up, man. Lord Almighty, I put the gain up. The YouTube audio is proper lows. That's something's going to be sorted out for next time. Let me check Streamlabs. Speakers, microphone, test audio. One two 1 2. Okay, so it's kind of I'll boost it here. 1 2 1 2 1 2. How about now? It's low on YouTube. Your voice is on here. It's low on YouTube. All right, I've turned up the thing on. Maybe it's total stream volume. It hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. Yeti speakers. That's what I can hear. Total stream volume. Where would that be? Total stream volume. It hasn't gone up. Is there a master volume slider? There's the mixer says speakers Yeti Classic, which is this. The Yeti Classic is the microphone. Microphone Yeti Classic, and there I can see the thing moving. V. Oh, yeah. Then it's got these other things about webcam and all this, but obviously I don't have a webcam on. Open advanced audio settings. Okay, I don't really want to have this maxed out. I mean, I've maxed it out. I've maxed it out now. If I'll max it out. Oh, okay, maybe I need this thing here. Yeti speakers, microphone, sample weight, disable Windows audio ducking, sample rate, desktop audio device use Yeti Classic, desktop audio device 2, auxiliary microphone. Yeah, it should be all set for Yeti Classic. That's the one I'm using. Is it still low now? Ugh, annoying. I can turn the gain back up. And you're saying it's super low. What is it that's making it super low? I can't figure it out. Streamlabs. Is it that? Input. What about now? Is it any different? Can anyone let me know if you have YouTube on? So yeah, this show is not gonna be the best show, but we're gonna trundle on. This is a test. So yeah, pointless. I'm on YouTube. Is it low? 1 2 1 2. You're not supposed to point it like that. Test 1 2 1 2. It's still low. Okay. Sorry if there's feedback. But that's something that can be solved at another moment. I'll turn my gain up even more. Okay. So the funny thing is, if I get excited, it might clip like Vinnie Mac says. I get too excited and it clips. So that might happen. I've turned the gain right up now, Jago. So it should be loud. I'm going up into yellow. I'm going into the yellow area. Or near it. It's low on YouTube. I don't bloody know. This is how I used to do things before. I haven't even changed anything since I last used to do this. I don't know. Okay. Well, I can't perfectly do everything. The PC, my PC's on its last legs apparently. And the audio is a bit low. Jago's now speaker. Jago.
Or a GPU. But if J2 can, like, it basically what I was trying to say was like everything you were doing on your end didn't change the audio.
Yeah.
The volume on YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah, if J2 could confirm whether I'm super low as well, then that would be cool.
J2, if you're there and you are able to confirm whether the audio is still low or not, that would be good. Because I have no idea what is going on. There's only so many things one can control on here. That turns that off. Undo mute speaker. Oh no, okay, no, I don't want to mute. Remove filters, unhide. Hide properties. Not properties. Yeah, microphone, Yeti Classic. Device, Yeti Classic. I have it on. What's it off? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think J2's here. If anyone else is able to do that, that would help out. If not, we will just have to do it another time. Next time you're free, Jago, maybe we can go through some of this. But because the people in the Discord are able to see the stream, even if the video is not great, at least people can experience like the discussion and hop into the discussion if they are able to.
Yeah, Discord audio is fine. It's YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know. It's whatever's going on with Streamlabs.
I imagine it is Streamlabs
I am not
where it's
sure.
where it's limiting your volume
Why is
or
it
something.
doing that? Is it any different now? 1, 2. I'm sure it's not these things down here. Webcam. I don't use a webcam. Advanced audio settings.
Breath of the Wild was at 30th.
Breath of the Wild. Okay, I'll max out the Yeti microphone. Global settings.
Yeah. So from what I've noticed is that I'm definitely louder than
You're
you.
louder than me. Yeah, I can see that on the thing here.
I'm definitely louder than you.
Okay, I've put your voice down. It's still rather low, but I can hear you better. I've maxed out the Yeti Classic on there. What I'm going to have to do is turn up my gain. Sorry if there's feedback. I'm going to have to turn up my gain or change this thing right here. What does this do? Change that profile right there. How about now? Am I louder now?
You're definitely louder on Discord.
Yeah, I might end up being too loud on Discord. Still rather low. Why low? Why it's low?
Yes, you are.
You're
low. Definitely louder on YouTube.
I'm louder on YouTube. Okay, I turned up the gain. Oh, not that far. Turned up the gain.
Yeah, you're definitely louder now.
Yes. Good. It's dropping. I know it's dropping frames.
Yeah, maybe you could reduce your output audio in your input audio in Discord locally.
Reduce the input audio in Discord. Why is it too loud?
Yeah, it's quite a bit louder than it was before.
Yeah, because
I imagine it would just be better for consistency.
Okay, I'll turn that down. Output, input, turn that down. Yeah, I've turned it down on Discord.
Yeah, you sound like normal.
Okay, cool. Right, yeah, it's because I turned the gain up there, so obviously it did it on Discord. I can go check. Yes, that would be helpful, J2, to see where we are, because I don't even know what are the settings. Right, yeah.
Wait,
what?
Is J2 Blue not 1000 year J2?
Yes, that is J2. I don't know why J2's changed their name to that, but
why? Oh, I guess his Discord is bugging out because he sent messages way later than he is on YouTube.
I think he just sent them later because I can see them. They came up way after these ones on YouTube as well. I think he just sent them later. Okay, yeah, we've got a lot of technical issues
to come after YouTube's comments, but that's neither here nor there. That's not a you problem.
Yeah, it's kind of a me problem in the sense that I need to work through all this like technical stuff. There's quite a number of things to sort out. That's going to take us some time to do that. It will take me some time, but yeah, we're, in terms of like housekeeping stuff, we're working on stuff with. Oh, Discord isn't working for you, J2? Oh, okay, that's too bad. Are you on mobile? Wait, what, Mousy? Can you hear me? Or is it too loud? I have the solutions. You do? Tell me. What's the solutions? Wait, what does that say? Never heard this happen before. Just out of curiosity, Bluetooth off. It might be possible your iPhone is connected. Okay, you're talking about your phone. You're not talking about for me. What is it for me? Okay. Mouse is talking about her iPhone. Oh, is J2 on the iPhone as well? Yeah, I guess the iPhone. I mean, the Android app isn't particularly great either. There's some issues with it. But I guess there's some issues with the iOS app as well. Right. Do you think we're able to talk about some of these sales a little bit? Check the phone integration. Fixes it. Okay. Right. So we're gonna have a chat for an hour, maybe hour plus, because we've had an hour of technical nonsense. So we're not gonna go crazy because it's already after 9 here. So we're not gonna go for a crazy long time. I just wanted to do a couple deep dive topics. So firstly, to talk a little bit about the Famitsu sales, and we know the situation with the software at the moment, with what's going on. Princess Peach Showtime has stayed at the top. Rise of the Ronin was also another recent. Well, actually, they released on the same day. Has managed to stay in the top 10. Whereas Dragon's Dogma 2, also the same day, I believe. Yes, has already dropped right down to 15, and I think it did decently globally because Capcom announced sales of 2.5 million. But its legs are not good. Definitely in Japan, not good. So yeah. The thing I was to talk about in particular was the hardware. We're not doing a 12-hour marathon, Mousy. Decently is an understatement for what, Rise of the Ronin? For Dragon's Dogma 2? It's sold decently. Yeah, 2.5 million is good. Rise is surviving. I don't know about understatement. I think it's pretty good, but the thing is that it's had like a RPG drop off. We have seen that RPG drop off. Good is good. It is good, but we're talking about Japan at the moment, Jago. We're talking about Japan. Okay, so yeah, the other thing to say, you said, yeah, decently worldwide, but in Japan it's kind of like it's dropped way for like there's a big distance between it and Rise of the Ronin, which they both came out the same day. But total sales for Dragon's Dogma are now below Rise of the Ronin. The Rise of the Ronin is 81, almost 82,000. Rise of the Ronin is 96,000. So who would have thought that would happen? Not me. I didn't think that was going to happen, but that is what has happened in Japan. Rise of the Ronin was a more appealing game overall, better legs in Japan, so that's very interesting. I wanted to talk a little about this hardware, which has been up versus last week. Also, notably, the 3DS is gone. Famitsu has officially stopped tracking the 3DS. It's like they waited for the servers to be turned offline. I don't know why they were tracking it into the single digits, but that's what they were doing, and now it has stopped. The store was already turned off, like was it last year or earlier this year? 3DS Bros. Spencer messaged you. Where did Spencer message me? Where? On YouTube? On YouTube? What are you talking about? Oh wow, how come these messages are coming in all of a sudden like that? Oh, I see that. Oi, my name's Jodie, and I was oh, I can see it now. All of these messages they all came in at once. And I am so cool streaming on Friday. Hello, Spencer. Long time no speak. How are you doing? We this is just like a ghetto test stream, Spencer, so don't it's, as you can see, there's a number of technical issues. Come on, bug Jodie. Play in Discord. Spencer, are you a member of my Discord server or not? I can't remember. Mousy wants to go. Mousy wants you to play over there. I can't remember whether he is or not. I'm sure he is. Yeah, this is just a ghetto stream. So you must have saw the alert. Well, that's good then. At least somebody saw the alert. I've gone live. So yeah, it's I'm sadly a sickly boy working from home. Oh no, are you ill? Missing you all, but glad to see you all here. I'm also in the Discord. Oh, awesome. I'm sorry you're unwell, Spencer. I hope you get better soon. I hope if my audio is not. Yes, I know I need a new PC. Which is my GPU or CPU usage is at 100%, and it look, Jago, look, you're exaggerating. It's not a horror rig. It's just a gross exaggeration. I didn't build this PC for streaming, and I made it like 5 or 6 years ago or something. So it's old. I know. Just a nasty cold. You sound good on my end. Oh, good. Well, not good about the cold. Good on sound. Good. Not too bad. Yeah. Try and get some rest, Spencer. Try and get some rest. At least the weather's warming up now. I can't remember where Spencer is. Like, I think he lives like in the middle of the United States. So I don't know if it's the cold part or the warm part or the temperate part. Because Mousy lives in the desert in the mountains. So she lives in the hot part, but then there's also mountains in the mountains part, so it gets really cold. Jodie can't help it. She has to run The Sims 4. You're talking about yourself, man. You're talking about your damn self, all the nude mods on RTX 8K. I need an RTX 8K. Oh, you live in the middle of Kansas. Okay, that's literally smack in the middle of the United States, isn't it? I swear it's right. It's one of the ones right in one of the states, smack in the middle of the United States. It's super cold at night in the desert. Yeah, I've heard it's super cold. I used to live in St. Joseph, Missouri. I can't pronounce it properly. Jodie's coughing up liquid cool PC. My PC's so bad. Yeah, with an hour of like technical issues here. Pronounce it misery. It's Missouri, isn't it? What? How do you say it then? Missouri. Is that wrong? Please tell me how to pronounce it. It's like misery. Missouri. But that sounds weird. You're saying it right, but it's Missouri. Like that? Yeah, I mean, I've heard it said before, but not recently, so I can't remember how it's pronounced. So where's Missouri? Where's that? Is that near Kansas then? I don't know about like the United States. Oh, Mousy's also. See, look, you wouldn't go over to Spencer. You wouldn't go over to Discord, so Mousy came over to bloody YouTube. Yeah. No, we don't have it. I know it sounds kind of dry at the moment. There's no music because my CPU can't handle like running like multiple tabs and all this. So it's kind of dry with no music or anything. And hold on, Mousy. Oh, Spencer, have you heard of this game called Cat Quest? Yeah. And we got to get Jodie to make the YouTube. I'm very, very far from ever being able to monetize this channel, Spencer. I'm not like you. How many subscribers? Spencer's got loads of subscribers. Nobody cares about this niche channel that I have. Very, very niche. Yeah. I was gonna say. Oh yeah. Have you heard of this game called Yes, Cat Quest? That's what I'm chatting about. Right, Cat Quest is so good. Right, and the new one is coming out. Well, I think it's coming out this year. They just put a trailer up recently, and for Cat Quest 3, because I've played the first 2 games, and there's pirate mice in there. It's evil pirate mice. And Mousy says she didn't care for the for the portrayal of mice or something. If you've seen the trailer, they're like pirate mice and they're bad mice. Spencer, they're bad. So when that game comes out, I'm going to stream it in the, well, at least in the Discord anyway. So I got a capture card now, so I can do some streaming. Not enough Cat Quest chat. No, oh yeah, because Spencer doesn't know about this Doraemon marathon and all of that. But yeah, I had this Doraemon marathon. And Mousy keeps saying I'm addicted to, I wasn't addicted to Doraemon, Mousy. I'm not even watching it anymore. Waiting for Mouse Quest. Yeah, it might be like that because in Cat Quest 2 you could play it as a cat or a dog. So maybe you can play it as a mouse in Cat Quest 3. Maybe. But it seemed like the mice were the bad guys if you watched the trailer. She'll spoil a cat. How is it? That's not a spoiler. It's not a spoiler that you can play as a cat or a dog. There's cats and dogs in Cat Quest 2. Like you can, I guess you can do it co-op, but I played it by myself, and you can switch between the cat and the dog. So I played it by myself. It's not a spoiler. You go to the dog land. There's dogs, and it's like the cat land. I don't got names for it, and Cat Quest is so funny because everything's a pun. The names of everything is a pun. Like literally everything's a pun. It makes it really funny. It's a fun little game. Yeah, maybe I'll do Cat Quest 2 New Game Plus because I unlocked the New Game Plus thing, but I didn't play it. So maybe we'll do a New Game Plus stream. But let's talk about these sales a little bit. So what I wanted to talk about in particular was actually the hardware sales because they were up this week. Now a load of people were trying to work out why the hardware had gone up. A lot of people coming up with, well, it's a whole lot of tourists are going into Japan and they're buying up all these consoles because of the low yen. Now, I'm not going to say that none of that's happening, but I'm skeptical that it's happening in like great numbers because there's a couple of things. So firstly, there was like a sort of holiday in Japan. There was because Mousy looked it up, there was the school end of school year, and they have like a week or two between the school in the end of the school year and the start of the new school year. And then also there was Hanami, which is the cherry blossom viewing, right? That just happened. I'm sure it just happened. The little cherry blossoms bloom. So there's probably a load of people who were like off school or getting how you say, like maybe the parents are giving them gifts for the end of the school year and stuff like that. So that's why I think both the Switch and the PlayStation 5 have gone up. What Mousy? What are you saying, Mousy? Spencer, you need to live some more femboy. Are you remembering? Oh God, what was the name of that game? Otoko Cross. Anyone knows about Otoko Cross? Spencer live streamed it. That was very amusing. Didn't they make a second one? But I haven't seen the second one. They made a second one of those games. I think that's what Mousy's referring to. The yen is currently lower than myself. Yeah, so this is the thing. The yen's really low. So, like what I'm saying, some of that probably has been happening. The reason that not that I'm skeptical that it hasn't happened, that it's not happened. There's no tourists going in and buying consoles. It probably is happening, but the thing is that if they are buying consoles, then they're also buying software with it, because all the software's up as well. So if the software had gone down, like way down, and there was like a big discrepancy, that would be like a way worse situation. But that isn't happening. So either it's not happening, it's happening, but maybe not in huge numbers, or it's happening and they're also buying software, which probably you would if you were on holiday in Japan and the yen's weak, then you're going to buy a system, you would probably pick up games with it as well, because the games would also be cheaper. So catch you later, Mobile Suit Gooch. Catch you later. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking with the hardware. Because if you see, basically, if you have a look, we've got the percentages here. The games that came out recently, obviously they're down because that's just, the first few weeks of a game being out, they just they'll drop, right? So obviously Princess Peach Showtime is down, but nearly everything else is up, right? So Mario Kart 8 plus 25%. Obviously Rise of the Ronin is down, so it came out recently. Super Mario Brothers Wonder plus 21%. Minecraft plus 13%. Splatoon 3 plus 6%. Nintendo Switch Sports plus 35%. Momotaro Dentetsu World plus 17%. Animal Crossing was actually down, minus 5%. Smash Brothers Ultimate plus 19%. Mario vs Donkey Kong minus 9%. Again, that came out fairly. Oh my god! Look at Unicorn Overlord. Unicorn Overlord. Go 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 go. Up 1,650%. Now it. I don't know if it's Spencer hair. Spencer, you if Spencer your hair, then you need to defend Atlas. Like, in fact, Vinnie Mac, where I'm gonna 1v1 you, because Vinnie Mac every time I come in here, defend Atlas's fraudulent practices, and he never does it. He chickens out every time. But yeah, this game, you probably know it faced a lot of shortages. It completely, basically physical versions completely sold out. Switch version completely sold out. PlayStation 5 version also experienced issues. The PlayStation 4 version not so much, but it sold out, dropped out the chart, and the game came out around a month ago or something like that. So it could have done a lot better if the supply had been there. I think Atlas/Sega greatly underestimated how well this game was going to do, and I feel like it could have done a lot better if it wasn't for the lack of stock. Mousy said it's Femboy Friday. It is indeed Femboy Friday. Every Friday is Femboy Friday. J2 says, I think Mousy would enjoy Mina the Halawa. Is that out? Did that come out? Yeah, the protagonist is a mouse. It looks like kind of like a Link's Awakening Game Boy. Did it come out? I remember seeing them previewing it, J2. I don't know if did it actually release. Spencer says, I'm here to defend Atlas, constantly underprinting in their home country and the rest of the world. The game is almost half off physically. I'm shocked they got to 500k. Yeah, 500k is really good for a pretty, niche game. Obviously the genre is niche as well, like strategy RPG. So it was like the initial shipment was I would say it was underprinted. So they make an initial shipment. Retailers order what they want, but when those sold out very quickly, and the pre-orders sold out as well, right? So retailers must have very quickly reordered, but what was the stock was remaining wasn't enough to meet the demands there. So it literally just completely sold out. So yeah, that's unfortunate. I feel like it could have done better if it wasn't for that, but it is pretty remarkable that it did manage to come back in the chart. It's funny because it says 1 plus 1,650%. So yeah, so it sold an additional 5,336. The Switch version has 67,290. With the other two versions, is it up to 100,000 yet? Do we know what the other two versions sold? If anyone, JR for here. JR always knows this stuff off the top of his head. Oh damn! I'm missing all the messages on Discord. What happened? What? Oh no, I can see them now. Is JR for here? JR normally knows. JR is here. JR, what's the total? Oh no, I'll look it up. I'll try and find it. Let's look at last week. Let's look at last week. Let's see here. Okay, so the PS5 version of Unicorn Overlord sold 34,000. Yes, it's over 100,000. The PS4 version's not there, but that's already over 100,000. The PS4 version must have came out the week before, so let's go back another more week. And one more week. Let's see here. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, maybe it dropped out the week before that. I don't see it on here. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me go back one more week. I think it, yeah, anyway, it's over 100,000 physical, it seems like. Yeah, okay, here it is, right? 11,902, so yeah. So it'll be like at 12,000 by now. Unicorn Overlords, JR. Basically, it's over 100. I wondered if it was over 100,000 physical. It is, but I had to go back and look and see what the PlayStation 4 version sold. But yeah, it's way over 100,000 physical. It's way over. It's not out yet, but it looks good. Yeah, Mina the Hollower. I saw the preview, whatever they did of it. It kind of looks like Link's Awakening. I think that's what they was going for. It looks like a Game Boy game. It does look really good, but yeah, it's not out yet. So yeah, so that game did really well. Then if you want to add digital onto that could be like 150,000. I mean, not quite there, but not far off. I guess not quite there. Maybe lower than that, but yeah. So could it be 110,000 physical or 120,000 physical, something like that. And then you add a digital on top of that, it could get up to like 150,000 maybe, something like that. I'm sure JRFO or someone can correct me. But yeah, it did well. The fact we got Unicorn Overlord. Oh, the sales number. Yes, that's the other thing. The sales numbers. The sales numbers were very good for Unicorn Overlord. Because some people were wondering, is this game going to be able to get to 1 million? Yeah, I definitely think it will be able to get to 1 million, because their previous game, 13 Sentinels, is over 1 million, right? I believe. Pretty sure it was over 1 million. And that game, I mean, I know that game was like, I know it came out some year, you know, when did it come out, like 3 years ago or something? So I know it's been a few years, but it got to 1 million. So this one definitely I think will go to 1 million. But anyway, the point is, it is very unusual for like an RPG, once it drops out, to get back in the chart unless it's right near the holiday, because that happens if a game came out near the holidays and drops out the chart, and it will come back in the holidays, because that happened with, like, I'm pretty sure Final Fantasy 15, didn't that come out now? I swear that came out at the end of the year or something like that. It dropped out and then went back in the chart. Anyway, it's unusual for that to happen, but it got stock. It'll probably be gone again next week, but you know, that's at least a successful story for Vanillaware. So the next thing I want to talk about is, you think it survives one more week? Really? I mean, it's possible, just because it's been high on like the Amazon JB chart, the Sutaya chart. I believe we could also see it on Geo. I know it's not called. People say, "Oh, it's not Geo." I know it's not called. I know they don't pronounce it like that. I don't care. I do not care. That's what I'm calling it. I don't care. There is nothing new this week. Oh, okay. So in terms of like, because there's no new software coming out, normally the new stuff would push it down. Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. That is true. I need to get back to this week. Where's this week? Where's this week? Hold on. I need to get back to this week. No, that's true. No, yeah, if there's something to push it down, but then also I think it's just gonna drop a lot anyway. Where's this week? That's last week. Okay, this is this week, right? So yeah, so in terms of hardware, as I said, the 3DS is gone. It got to like, how high did what were the end sales for the 3DS? I think somebody wrote it on here, didn't they? Oh, well, if they did, I don't see where it is. I'm pretty sure somebody wrote that. What were the final sales for the 3DS? But I've been complaining for like, God, months, probably a year, about why is Famitsu still tracking the 3DS. Because it was like, it got to the point, it was like double digits and it was starting to get down to single digits. I'm like, why are you still tracking? Why are you still tracking this? 1, 2, who is buying these 10 3DSs every week? Where are you finding brand new 3DSs? They must be like in some back storeroom somewhere. And who's buying like a brand new 3DS at this point when the shop was already turned, the eShop was already turned off, and they was about to turn, but they have done it now. They've turned off the online services. So rip people that didn't move their Pokemon. I think you can still use. They didn't turn off Pokemon Bank, so you can still. So I think you can actually still, if you put your Pokemon into Pokemon Bank, you can probably still move them. The 3DS will never die. Juice Manfon says, bro, the audio quality was trash over on Discord. Is it trash on Discord? 3DS will never die. I have been playing my 3DS recently because I have been playing Strange Journey, which I haven't finished it. I know I'm right at the end. I didn't finish it. Okay, I know I'm fraudulent. People tell me, "Oh, Judy, you're fraudulent." I know I'm fraudulent. I've never said I'm not fraudulent. I've almost finished it. Okay, so I'm going into red bars here. That's what I'm saying. So it's probably my audio is gonna start breaking up here. So yeah, that's interesting. It's also interesting the fact that that the Switch is up so high. Obviously, it's up week over week and year over year. PS5 is up week over week, but down year over year quite significantly. Probably, I think a lot of the demand has been met for PlayStation 5, and that maybe the hardware sales will be more in line with how the software has been these past few years. We'll have to see on that. Now, I wanted to discuss this topic. The topic I wanted to discuss, which is the title. I know I've put like test and whatever, right? So basically, is this ad that Square Enix put out for Visions of Mana. Now, Visions of Mana will be releasing. Oh God, when is it coming out? Sometime in the summer. Right? I can't remember off the top of my head. Visions of Mana is coming out in sometime in the summer, and they put this trailer out, right? And I just wonder, the thing that's why you'll see, we'll watch it and then we'll deep dive it, right? Why this trailer is amazing, why I think it is in terms of sales, right? So we're gonna be talking about sales. Why this trailer is amazing in terms of sales. Now, it's actually a very well made trailer. So it's here. So we're gonna. Can everybody see this? I don't know if everyone's gonna be able to hear it. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe to hear it. You should be able to. The audio's right up. Okay, we're gonna watch this. This is a trailer. Now, this trailer is specifically for Japan. You will see that it's in Japanese. The actors are Japanese. It's being filmed in Japan. So I don't think this ad would translate to the wider market, because the other thing is that with this series, for those who don't know, like a lot of the games were the Western releases were really delayed, and some of the games didn't come out in the West. Like famously, The third game was it not until it got they remade it, right, Trials of Mana, so that was Japan only for years, and then there was some other recent ones where I think they released some in the collection of Mana, but even to this day I think there might still be some that have not been released outside of Japan. I know there was like, I tried to look it up on the wiki page, like a load of them recent ones have been mobile games, right? So this is significant because Visions of Mana is the first new main game that they have made in like 15 years. They relegated this series to just mobile games and remakes for years and years. So some of these games you can see on this list here. I'm looking at Wikipedia. There's loads of games here, but some of these ones I can't click on those ones because I don't have a thing. Some of the collection of Mana was like some old games that they I think some that had some games that hadn't been released outside Japan before. There was a secret. There was a Secret of Mana remake, but from what I heard, it wasn't very well received. I think people didn't like the art style, something like that. The Trials of Mana remake was well received. So it was like Secret of Mana remake. People didn't like that one, but people liked the Trials of Mana remake. Yes, because the Secret of Mana remake is a bit, I don't know. I've seen footage of it. You're saying it was misnamed in the UK too. What was misnamed? What, the Mana series? What's misnamed? I think it's called Mana here as well. Oh, Final Fantasy Adventures. Yeah, you mean like the first game? Yeah. Well, it started off as it was like a Final Fantasy spin-off or something like that, right? So they called it Final Fantasy. Yeah, you're right. The this one here on the Game Boy. Yeah. It was called Final Fantasy Adventure. And then the other ones were released. I mean, it's not even called Secret. It's not even called Mana in Japan. It's Seiken Densetsu in Japan, which is like Holy Sword, or Legend of the Holy Sword. If you it's like Holy Sword Legend or Legend of the Holy Sword, something like that. But that's what they called it. But they've actually subtitled it Visions of Mana in this latest one, because you'll see here in the trailer, is that they've actually have subtitled it that in the actual Japanese title is actually called that, which is interesting, because that's not what they call the franchise there. I really hope Visions of Mana will do well. Well, we're going to talk about that. Hold up, what's this about photo evidence of fraud? What? I have photo evidence of the fraud. What fraud? Detective Mousy. What are you talking about? What fraud? You're a fraud. Anyone who's frauding around here is you, Mousy. I'm talking about being a fraud. You're a fraud. Okay. Sure. Yes, sure, Mousy. Yes, sure. I've never said I'm not a fraud, by the way, Mousy. I've never claimed. I've never heard that word come out of my mouth. I've never said. I've said the opposite. I am fraudulent. I am fraudulent. Okay, so we're going to talk about the Mana series. Like I said, the recent games were mobile games, and a load of them. So they had one. Hang on, I looked at this wiki page. Oh god, my computer's frozen again. Hang on. I looked at this wiki page here. Huh? At this Mana series wiki page, and I think it said something about these mobiles. Right, so you can see here, right? So they've separated them out into the ones developed by the Ishii team, who he left and started his own company. He started Grezzo. Ports. There's a port of Seiken Densetsu, Final Fantasy Gaiden Mobile. So again, you'll see here there's a load of mobile games. These are cancelled ones. All these 4 games here are cancelled. Then it's the Yamada team. I guess that's the new person, the new producer, whatever. And you'll see here, look, Seiken Densetsu Circle of Mana, 2013 iOS Android. Ooh, mobile games. Seiken Densetsu Rise of Mana, 2014 iOS Android and PlayStation Vita. Seiken Densetsu Final Fantasy Gaiden HD. So I guess that's just a HD version of that mobile game, or no, one of the older games. Yeah, that was on PlayStation Vita, iOS and Android. Seiken Densetsu 2 HD, Secret of Mana HD, was a localized title. So these ones, I guess those other ones they didn't release outside of Japan. 2018, PlayStation 4, PlayStation Vita and Steam. Seiken Densetsu 3 Trials of Mana. Now that is that one came out fairly recently. So 2020 mobile, 2020 console, 2021 mobile, PlayStation 4, Switch, Steam, iOS and Android. Now it was a console game first and then they put it on mobile. What's this one here? Seiken Densetsu Legend of Mana. Okay, so this is they re-released. I think this was like a PS1 game that they I'm sure that's what that is. Was it? I think it was a PS1 game that they re-released. PlayStation 4, Switch, Steam, iOS, Android, and then Seiken Densetsu Echoes of Mana. This was a mobile game that they shut down. So they shut this down in 2023. That was only iOS and Android. You see, May 15th, 2023. Hold up, that was only around for a year? Oh my god, this is Square. This is Square Enix and their mismanagement. You see, they cut their mobile games are not even lasting a year. This Mana mobile game started a service April 27th, 2022, retired May 15th, 2023, so just over a year. This is Square Enix. That is what I say. They are an incompetent company and a mismanaged company. They really are. They're mobile games closing down like this. And then Visions of Mana, obviously that one's not out. Then there's a couple of ports here. Seiken Densetsu 2 mobile, iOS and Android. Seiken Densetsu Collection of Mana. That was in Switch in wasn't it like 2 years earlier in Japan? Yeah, it was. That's wild. Okay, so it's 2017 in Japan. The rest of the world is 2019. Okay, so like I feel like it's significant to note how Square Enix has treated this franchise recently, which is just mobile games and remakes, ports of older games. No brand new ground up game until this one. So this is the first one in 15 years, and how they've treated this series recently that has it's a smaller series, but it has a fan base and has enjoyed some popularity throughout the years, as you'll see. Now, what's significant about this ad and the series is that, like I said, some of the games were released years later. Some of the games never got localized, or they got localized like 20 years later, like Trials of Mana, etc. So this ad is very specific to Japan, where obviously they got all the games first at that time. And you'll see like with the they don't show this ad's a bit odd because you don't see you can infer what platforms they are on, but I think Square Enix were being a bit tight and they didn't want to pay Nintendo and Sony to show the logos or whatever. Maybe there's some money to change hands or something like that. So that's what's significant about this ad. Now, so I hope you can all hear this. Let's play it. We're going to watch it. It's 3 minutes long. Can I full screen this? Oh no, it's frozen. Hold up. Oh, there we go. 240p. 240p. Okay, 1080p. Let's see if it works. Okay, so it starts off in 1991. So we're going to watch it, right? They do speak in all the guys narrating or whatever. That My Japanese isn't good. I'm like a beginner. I have a rough idea of what he's saying, but I can't really like translate that well. So 1991. Oh, hold on. Wait, press start. And he's standing outside the game shop. This is it says game shop. So this is Haruto. This is Haruto right here. Okay, so he's picked up Seiken Densetsu on the Game Boy. This is the first game. Yeah, you notice they're not showing any consoles or anything in there because they didn't want to pay Nintendo or Sony to show these things. I'm sure it's something like that. You don't see any consoles or anything. So I guess this is the second game? Okay. 1995 now, so the little Haruto's growing up. Third game. The one that by the way we didn't get to in the West until like years later. And this is the game shop now, I guess. 2006. Haruto's he's working, he's a salaryman now. Seiken Densetsu 4. This was on the PS2, so I had to infer that. Okay, so we got this. He's like, oh yeah, I love this series. Okay, then that's some of the other games. Okay, so and you see the sword at the end because it's called Holy Sword in Japan, so that's why they're showing the sword. And there's Haruto now! Haruto is a salaryman! He's like, oh god, I remember that series! I'm so happy! I don't know, some of the other person's gonna continue their adventure or something. Okay, so and then I don't know what this bit's made of. You just see him going through the door. Okay, so that is the trailer, which is very specific to Japan. That's what I meant. Like that trailer's not gonna work if they show it worldwide. They've made that for Japan specifically. What about 2024 Haruto? He doesn't not work. They just showed him in a suit. He's in a suit. He's a salaryman now. Haruto's a salaryman. He does work. We saw him working. What are you talking about? We literally just saw him working right there. Watch me play this man a game with my redacted. Like he's playing on these consoles, but you can't see anything. They've like censored everything. It's so funny. But it's obvious. I mean, it's obvious what, because like most people know what consoles they were on or whatever, right? It's kind of obvious, but they've deliberately, because Square Enix, Square Enix are tight, man. They did not want to pay for those logos. They can't see. So right now let's deep dive this, right? This is why I wanted to deep dive it. It's very interesting. Oh, by the way, right, the reason I have to explain why we're calling him Haruto, okay? The obviously the character in this story doesn't have in this advert does not have a name, right? reason we call him Haruto is because basically, you know how people always kind of go when they want to say like two generic kids names, like Western ones, they say like Timmy and Tommy or something like that. Well, so this would come up with it was Mario DK who came up with this. Shouts out to Mario DK. He's not here right now. I guess he's working, but he came up with for Japan and the kids in Japan, and them not buying PlayStation 5s and this type of thing. He came up with Haruto and Haruko, right? So Haruto is a boy's name, Haruko is a girl's name. They're just generic like kids' names. It would be like saying like Alexander and Alexandria or something like that, right? So they're just generic names, right? So I'm saying that's why we're calling him Haruto, right? So Haruto, so little Haruto, right here, right? Square Enix is squarely focused on little Haruto. They are advertising to him. They want him to buy Visions of Mana, and I'm going to explain why the little Harutos and little Harukos are probably not going to buy this very much, right? So they're going for nostalgia, right? This ad is definitely a plain nostalgia, and that's fine. I actually don't have a problem with the ad in and of itself. The ad's very well made. It is kind of funny that all the logos are removed and you can't see any of the consoles, right? That is it is a little bit weird because you do notice it. But it's well made apart from that, and it is going for a nostalgia bent, right? So they are squarely appealing to Haruto. 1991, okay? So the first game came out in 1991, okay? So in Japan. Now, I don't know when that game eventually came out in the West. Does it say on here when it came out in the West? It just says 1991 now. The first one. Well, they didn't put the dates. Well, they actually did it for this one, Trials of Mana, 1995. The first one came out 1995 in Japan, 2019 in the West. You're gonna wait. You're gonna wait and you're gonna like it. Yeah, that's how long the West had to wait for that game. So this is nostalgia bent. So when people say, oh, Square Enix don't care about Japan, they only care about the worldwide sales and stuff, no, they really care. They really do care. Because we saw that when people said, oh, the sales for Rebirth don't matter in Japan, even though you try to explain to people, well, the launch sales of Remake, a third of the sales were from Japan. So if the sales are way down in Japan, then it's going to affect the total number of sales, right? So with the advertising for Rebirth, and that advertising campaign for Rebirth was huge. It was humongous in Japan, and they were hardcore going for the nostalgia thing. Now, one thing that again, shouts out to Mario DK. He said, oh, they already did that. He said, oh, Square Enix already did that. Oh, here's Final Fantasy VII characters in HD for Remake, right? So people are, he basically said, oh, they're not going to get that same, like, shock, like, oh my god, oh, they're in HD, because it's already happened, right? So he kind of said it like that, which is kind of true. So yeah, so let's look at the rest of this trailer. So here's Haruto, and he's outside the game shop. Here, is it playing? Right. So we're definitely trying to appeal to Haruto right here. And then he goes in, and he sees these games with no logos on them, somehow. No logos. It's just really funny the way they did this. Right, but everyone who knows anything, it's Game Boy, right? We know that that's Game Boy. basically, because I mean, even if you hadn't heard of this game, you'd know that was Game Boy, because it's the only thing that really looked like that, like back then. So yeah, so we're going hardcore here, and Haruto, we don't see we know he's playing on the Game Boy, but we can't see it. So he's got his back to Haruto's got his back to us. His back's to us. Okay? But yeah, so this is definitely, you know, so if someone, how old do you say Haruto is? He looks about 8, maybe? How old would you say he was? This boy in this thing. I'd say he looks about 8, maybe 9. So if you, cause someone do this maths for me. So if Haruto's 8 in 1991, how old is he now? He's 8 in 1991. He'd be really old, wouldn't he? Way older than that guy that we see at the end of the thing. Hold up. I need something. Who's good at mathematics? Who's here? Is anyone here? Wait, hold up. Who's still here? No one. No one's here. Mousy? Well, Mousie's not going to do it. Okay. So let's see. Oh, you are here? Not good at math. No, neither am I. Hang on. If someone's 8 in 1991, how old would they be now? Oh, Mousy! Okay, hold up. 1991. Let's just say 9. Let's round it up to 9. So 2010. No. 1982. 1982. Your age then. They'd be the same age as me, because they would have been born in I was born in 83. Oh, thanks for doing that, Mousy. It's exposing me. You're right. They'd be old as F, right? Haruto at the end of this. That Haruto at the end of this thing is not in his 40s. Okay, that Haruto is like 30. So Haruto is like 30. Man, it looks like maybe late 20s. They're taking the beep 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 beep. Yeah, why are you saying your age like you're not the same age as me, Mousy? Stop it. Mousy, you just need to stop. Yeah, so Haruto would be like older than the Haruto that we see at the end of the thing. So we just need, so in that sense, the ad doesn't make any sense really, because Haruto would be way older. But they try. So this is the thing, right? They're trying to. If they put our old Haruto at the end of this, right? People be like, nah, get out of here. We don't want to see that old Haruto. So they put a young Haruto at the end. So they put a young guy at the end. Because obviously it can't be. It doesn't make any sense. It can't be the same guy, right? So yeah. So they're trying to. So I mean, they're trying to appeal to all the Harutos and Harukos, but we just see Haruto in this ad. Okay, so he's playing. This game came out on the Game Boy, 1991. So let's watch a little bit more here. Oops. Okay, so we don't see the console, but he's enjoying himself. 1993, his friends come over, and these a lot of the Manic games are multiplayer for people who maybe didn't know. They you could play them with like local multiplayer. So that's why he's like, oh, my friends are here. We always have adventures together. They aren't now though. Yeah, they removed. That's the thing. They removed the multiplayer from the newer ones, but the old games had multiplayer. Now I believe it was up to 3 people. As you can see, there's 5 kids here, so they can't all be playing at the same. It doesn't make any sense. I think it was 3-player multiplayer. I think you could play with 3. Well, someone correct me if I'm wrong. It was 3, right? So there's 5 kids here. There's 5 kids in this picture. In this this ad. Oh, it's your first RPG? Oh, that's so cute. Secret of Mana. Yeah, so they can't all be playing at the same time. So the 2 in the back. Yeah, the 2 in the back, their hands are on their lap. So 2 in the back aren't playing. Oh, you played with your friends? That's so cute. Little Mousy playing with her little mousy friends. I played the karate girl. I see. Okay, so the two kids in the back, they're not. They don't. You can actually see they don't have controllers in the house. So it's just the three in the front that are playing. The other two are just watching. So this is the second game. The second game was on the Super Famicom. Wasn't it? I don't know. It was. Okay. So they're playing it multiplayer. The three in the front. Alright, so they're trying to appeal to all the Harutos, right, that played the Mana games multiplayer. Now this new Mana game, I don't even think it is multiplayer. So I don't know why they're emphasizing this part. Or someone correct me if I'm wrong. Is the new one, the Visions of Mana, multiplayer? Anyone know? So yeah, I don't know why they're highlighting that part, to be honest with you. It's single player. Yes, that's a bit weird. I don't know. That's a little bit weird to me. Okay, so Haruto, you know, he's you know, mid-teens or whatever. Seiken Densetsu 3. Now this one's very significant because this is the one that did not release in the West until like 20 years later or something like that, right? And this was a Super Famicom game, but you can see no logos on this on this goddamn thing. But he's got it for Christmas. So Haruto got this for Christmas, okay? Right? And he's really excited about this game. Trials, yeah. So that's why this one's significant. You can see it says 3 here, right? This one's significant because it would be significant for people in Japan where the game did come out at that time, that they would get a nostalgia trip from this. That's why this ad wouldn't really work in the West, because that game didn't come out until 20 years later or something like that, right? So he's got Seiken Densetsu 3, right? Here. I don't know, something like this. Words of, I don't know. Okay, so 2000. I just want to say this can't be the same goddamn Haruto. Anyway, so Haruto goes past the same game shop, which is funny enough has the same name and everything and the same exact logo, but for some reason it's now grey, not yellow. The awning on the front, which I don't know, that's weird. But anyway, he's gone to the game shop, or he's passing the game shop in 2006. Now, Seiken Densetsu 4, which I believe was on the PlayStation 2. Again, there's no logos or anything, so you wouldn't know. But yeah, I looked it up. This was on the PS2. Alright, so Haruto's like 20 something here. And then they do a montage of all these different games, right? I said a bunch of these would have been in Japan and not in the rest of the world, right? Some of these that they're showing here are from, I believe, the Game Boy Advance, DS, and some of the mobile ones. I think is what this is. And that one there was Legends of Mana. This was Trials of Mana that came out in 2019. Right? So this is all the Harutos! Goddamn years! Right? Or 2020, sorry. Haruto. Okay? You know he's always wearing yellow. So that's how you know it's Haruto, because he's wearing yellow. Okay? And then there's, I guess the series is called Holy Sword, so there's a Holy Sword, right? And he's so happy. He's like, hooray, I finished the game. Okay, so here's how. Now I'm gonna tell you something now. This Haruto, this is a Square Enix forwarding, right? Haruto would be we just established Haruto would be in his 40s if he played the first game on the Game Boy as like the boy that's about 8 or something. This Haruto is maybe 25. How can it be the same Haruto? It doesn't make any sense. This guy's 25, 26, 27 maybe. He's in his 20s. How can this be the same Haruto? It doesn't make any sense. Alright? Anyway, so Haruto is a salaryman. Somehow he's defied the aging process. Now, I know Japanese people look young, but this is even more than Airbus Kiri-san. This is Airbus Kiri-san, and he's been in a time machine as well. Airbus Kiri-san looks young, but Airbus Kiri-san doesn't look this young. This guy is in his 20s. This guy is definitely in his 20s. Airbus Kiri-san doesn't look like he's in his 20s, Mousy. No, he doesn't. He looks like he's in his 30s, and people thought he was, he's so young. He looks like about 30. He looks young, but he doesn't look. He looks like in his 30s. But Airbus Kiri-san is in his 50s. Yeah, he's like almost 50. Yeah, this is where you need to look at it. Airbus Kiri-san is almost the same age as Yoshi P. They are almost the same age. Look at Yoshi P, and then look at Airbus Kiri-san, and look at the difference. So shave 10 years. He matched Kiryu. Who did? Well, this is the thing, right? So Yoshi P is he's a heavy smoker. He's a heavy smoker, right? So yes, there's a lesson to you all. Don't smoke. Don't smoke. Look at Yoshi P. Look at Airbus Kiri-san. So yeah, different, right? But anyway, our Haruto does not. Airbus Kiri-chan. Oh no, he's so cute. I want a doll. Yeah, let's go to Square Enix. Can we please have a doll of your CEO? Because he's so cute. He's adorable. We love Airbus Kiri-san. We maybe don't like his business. We'll see about his business stuff because he his NFTs and all this nonsense. But he is so cute. He's adorable. Let's do an Airbus Kiri-san tribute next week, Mousy. We're doing Airbus Kiri-san tribute. Anyway, this is Airbus Haruto. He's super Airbus Haruto because he's in his 40s, but he looks like he's 25. Okay, so Haruto's a salaryman. He's like, oh my god! He's like, oh god! I remember that series. Second and so I'm trying not to swear. Let's effing go! I remember that series. Hell yes! Right, and so he sees the ad for it with no platforms on the ad. He sees the no platforms and no dates, right? It just says, it goes on sale 2024. No platforms and no dates. Who's a baby? Airbus Kiri-san? I know. Airbus Kiri-san's so adorable. When he came out of that guitar, I was like, hey yo. And he is the same. Look at Yoshi P. He's the same goddamn age as Yoshi P. And I think Matsuda is not. How old was Matsuda? I mean, he was in his 50s. Was he nearly 60 or something? But yeah, Yoshi P, he needs to stop smoking them cancer sticks, you know what I'm saying? He needs to give those up. So this is our super young, this is Airbus Haruto, and Airbus Haruto is looking up at this Visions of Man, which by the way, Visions of Man does not have a release date as far as I know, an actual date. So it actually says here, now I said my Japanese is pretty bad, but this kanji here means summer. So it says 2024 summer. So that's as far as we know that it's this. Now hang on, does it have a release date or not? Maybe I'm tripping. Does it have a release date? Somebody tell me. I can't remember if it actually hasn't. It doesn't. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so this says, yeah, it says 2024 summer 2024. It goes on sale in this poster, or this thing that he's seeing on the up. I mean, this would have to be a huge ad as well. And there's no there's no date and no platforms. But he's like, oh yes, second densetsu, let's go. Yes, I remember that series. Somehow in 40 years ago, I remember that series from 40 years ago. Even though I look 25. Oh yeah, I remember that series. I want to play that. Let's effing go, right? So he's like, this is a nostalgia, right? This is nostalgia. They are advertising to Haruto, right? And I don't know what this is. It's like continue. There is I don't know what it's a person. There's a person who continues the Second Densetsu. I don't know what it says. So yeah, so the advertising. This is to we are advertising. That's the art from the new game, by the way, right? So the interesting thing is that the subtitle is Visions of Mana in Japan, whereas worldwide it's just called Visions of Mana, right? Okay, so this is I don't know what that bit at the end is. That's Haruto going out or something. Yeah, we're gonna do an Airbrush Kiryu-san tribute. Let's do that next. What I wanted to do, Mousy, is like to make some like gifs and stuff of Airbrush Kiryu-sans for us to use on the server. But I just haven't gotten around to like working out what's the best way to do that. And as we know, the PC that I have is complete trash, so it can't handle like video editing and stuff like that, right? This is what I want to talk about. Square Enix does very much care about the sales of their games in Japan. I want to hear people saying, oh, they don't care. No, they made a whole ass special ad with the Haruto, right? Trying to appeal to nostalgia. Now, the unfortunate thing is that Square Enix are such wussies that they've turned off the goddamn comments on this ad. So we can't see what people were saying about this ad. But presumably this has been shown. Does it even say if it's a... I don't know. Yeah, maybe there's like a... You know, like how they shorten down ads? Because this is 3 minutes, obviously. They shorten down ads and then they show them like as... much shorter, like 1 minute or 30 seconds. So I imagine this is one that's going to be like shortened down and shown like that. It hasn't been used as an ad on YouTube. It's only got 35,000 views, so it hasn't been used as an ad on YouTube. When it's used as an ad, it'd be like, if it had been used as an ad, it'd be like in the hundreds of thousands or something like that. But it's not. Okay, so now let's talk some more about the Mana series and this game, Second Densetsu. I don't know what number it'd be. What number would it be? Well, they've stopped numbering them after 4. The game is about to blow up. The game will not blow up, Mousy. It will not. What game are you talking about? Oh, they're talking about Sea of Thieves. Well, who cares? The PlayStation 5 closed beta of Sea of Thieves is currently experiencing a high volume of new players, which may result in longer playing time. The normal as pirates enter the Sea of Thieves. Thank you for your patience, everyone. Yeah, I said that game would do well. Nobody listened to me. No, it's not. No one wants to play. I said no. The game has been doing well on Xbox and PC this whole time. There's people playing it. There's definitely an audience for it. There's a lot of people that are interested in it, and and PlayStation has a lot of people on it. So yes, there's going to be people who listen to me. I said the game would do well. Yes. Anyway, so right, let's talk more about Haruto and the Mana series. Now, what I wrote in the thread on our Discord server is as follows. Let me find what I wrote here. Okay, so this is what I wrote. I said, Square Enix wants Haruto to buy Visions of Mana. And I said, spoiler alert, he won't. Not that many Harutos anyway, right? I said, this Japanese ad from Square Enix shows little Haruto growing up playing Seiken Densetsu, Legend of the Holy Sword, aka the Mana series. He plays games from the series on the Game Boy, Famicom, Super Famicom, and PS2. In other words, popular consoles in Japan. And now, for some reason, Square Enix thinks that grown-up Haruto is going to get a nostalgia rush and run out and buy Visions of Mana on the PlayStation 4/5, right? And then I said, if enough Harutos and Harukos didn't get a nostalgia rush when Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was plastered on every Shinkansen and all over Shibuya, and run out and buy that, they sure ain't getting Visions of Mana, skull emoji, clown face emoji, right? That is what I said, okay? Right? They went for the nostalgia thing hard with Rebirth. I saw a clip of them, they were piping in music from the original game into like a shopping centre. a shopping mall in Japan, and all the people there were stopping and like, oh, I remember they were just stopping in their tracks, right, with they're piping in this music from Final Fantasy VII, right, and the people would go, oh yeah, I remember this game, Final Fantasy VII. Oh yeah, and they were all stopping, right? Well, yeah, that's all well and good, but are they going and spend 70,000 yen to go to buy a PlayStation 5 to play it? No, they're not. We know the answers to that because the game sold less than half of remake. We know the answers to that. Okay? So here's the issue, right? In their wisdom, Square Enix decided not to put this game on the Nintendo Switch, right? And we're going to talk about this purely in terms of business. So this is the show where we talk about things from a business perspective, right? Now, there was some interview where they were asked about, I don't have it in front of me, maybe JR4 or someone can dig it up, I don't have it in front of me, where they asked about the lack of Switch version for the game. The previous games were Trials of Mana, there was a Switch version, and the Collection of Mana, I believe, I don't think it's on anything but Switch, the some of the older games, right, the Collection of Mana, right? And they said something on the lines, oh, well, we wanted to go in a certain direction with this game, and, you know, they probably thought it wasn't possible to do that on a Switch, right? And from a creative point of view, that's fine, but Square Enix is not a charity, right? So it's like, okay, so we want to, by the way, the game is kind of like a double A game. We're not talking about Final Fantasy VII remake / rebirth here, right? It's like a double A type game, right? So fine, the graphics look decent, right? But it's not anything mind blowing that they probably couldn't have put on Switch if they wanted to. Which, if you're wondering, the Switch is 32 million in Japan. Is how many have sold there, right? So this is a business decision, right? That has been made not to make a Switch version of this game, which severely limits its sales, which will severely limit its sales in Japan specifically, and we're talking about that because of this. It's come up because of this ad, right? Where Square Enix really do want Haruto and Haruko to buy this game, they really do. But I'm saying that the sales are going to be very limited because of the lack of Switch version in Japan. Like, so I think what happens with some games, this is what I'm guessing from my point of view, is that some, like, people might even get excited or think, oh, I have an interest in a game, and then they see it's not on Switch and they just tune out. They just tune out and just, oh, no, forget about that. And they just ignore it. I think that's something along the lines of what must happen for this game, because you know it's going to, in Japan, this game would be perceived as a PlayStation exclusive because the game's not going to be on Xbox as well. Xbox has like almost zero presence in Japan, like almost zero. Most people don't even know what an Xbox is, right? So that's the way it's going to perceive. Even if there's a PC version, PC has grown, but it's still not as big as consoles. So that's the way it's perceived. If you want to sell this game to a Japanese audience, you have to put it on the Switch. You have to put it on Nintendo platform. Now, I'm not of a mind where I think that this game could have technically impossible to put on Switch, right? They probably could have done, but they made a decision. So their decision that they made was, we're going to make this game. We're going to make it with improved graphics that are a step up from Trials of Mana, right? So if they're doing that costs more money. If you're doing that, you're making a new game from scratch, you want better graphics, right? It costs more money. So they're spending more money on this game for it to sell less, because I think the sales of this game are going to be severely limited for the other reason that I'm going to say now, and that is with the history of these games. And a lot of them being on Nintendo platforms, and with a lot of the fanbase still on Nintendo platforms. Now, the reason for that is Square Squaresoft and then Square Enix's own decisions. Like, why did they decide to do this like this? And then, for example, like make Trials of Mana, put it on Switch, and then do the Collection of Mana and only put it on Switch and not put it anywhere else for what reason, I don't know. That's Square Enix's own decisions. But to do that and then release this game and hoping it reaches the sales of Trials of Mana is a bit of a folly in my opinion. So from my perspective, from a business perspective, I feel like they are spending more money because this game must have cost more than Trials of Mana, and then they will end up making less money than they made with Trials of Mana. It's definitely gonna be less return on investment, from my opinion. I'd like to know what everyone else thinks. That's my analysis of Square Enix trying to literally trying to do a nostalgia sneak attack on Haruto. They did a nostalgia sneak attack. That's what that is. They expect Haruto to see this. Go, oh my god, I remember that series. And he's gonna run out of bites. Do you know what's gonna happen? He's gonna go to the game store. Right? He's going to go to that game store we saw there. He's going to go there and he's going to be looking on the shelf. Right? And he's like, oh, is it a new PlayStation? I can't find the Switch version. Right? And the shopkeeper's going to be like, oh, there is no Switch version, but can I interest you in a PlayStation 5? It's only 70,000 yen. That's what's going to happen. And Haruto's going to be like, nah, I'm good. And he's going to leave the store. But he'll probably leave with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. For some reason he didn't have it before. He's going to pick up Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and a Switch Lite. That's what's going to happen. Alright? That must be happening. That must be what happens. For all these games to be in the charts all the time and Switch to be selling so much. Like, they're going there, oh god, the new Persona game's out. No, yes. I played Persona 5 on the Switch. I'm going to play Persona 3 on the Switch. Let me go. Haruto, they go to the store. They're going there looking on the shelves. The shop assistant. Oh, excuse me. I can't appear to find the Switch version of Persona 3 Reload. Where is that? I can't find it. And the shopkeeper's like, oh, well, that game is only on the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 and also Xbox, but there's no physical version, so we do not sell that in the shop. and Haruto's like, okay, I can't get that game. I'll just leave that. Okay, well, thank you very much. And then on his way out, he picks up the Splatoon 3 edition. Splatoon 3 OLED, a copy of Splatoon 3, right? And a copy of Tears of the Kingdom on his way out. That's what happens. That must be what happens for these sales to be so lopsided in Japan. They are. They go in there for a game, the game's not there, right? They pick up another Switch and another 2 games. Well, why are these sales looking like this then? if that's not what's happening. Red Hood says there wasn't Red Hood says there wasn't enough 19 inches Sephiroth statues. If they had made more, it'd be successful. Let me tell you, right? I did not buy, right? I didn't fall for Square Enix's shenanigans with their expensive ass collector's editions. So I fell for it, right? With Final Fantasy 16, right? I got that giant ass Ifrit statue and I got nowhere to put it, right? I fell for it. I'm not falling for it again, right? So I didn't go and get it. And he's not shirtless. Why is he? He's got clothes on. Take the shirt off. Okay? Yes, I agree. They sex appeal works to an extent. It works to an extent. Okay? There's other factors why that game probably didn't sell that well. And the estimates that we've seen from analysts is that it sold about 2 million because Square Enix has been radio silent about the sales of that game. Radio silent with every other recent Final Fantasy. They have shouted from the rooftops about the sales of that. And then complete radio silence for Rebirth. Nothing. But their investor meeting's coming up soon, right? When is it? It's in May. Is it May? We got an investor meeting coming up. And then, Airbus Kiri-san will have to answer to the board and the investors. What happened to these goddamn sales? May 12th, says J. Arthur. Okay. May 12th, we're going to analyse, well, not on May 12th, but after. Well, we'd have to wait for the English, version of it. Right? So, usually you have to wait for that, don't you? For the English one. And then we're going to... Actually, I think it's just Nintendo that makes you wait a long time. Square Enix ones are maybe not as long. That you have to wait for the English version of their investor report. Anyway, Airbus Kiri-san has got to answer to these investors. What happened to goddamn sales of Rebirth? We've not announced any sales. The investors want to know what's happened to their goddamn money. Where's the sales of this game? This was your big release for the first half of the year. What were the goddamn sales? Investors want to know. Because everybody, by the way, everybody involved in that game got goddamn promotion, including Airbus Kiri-san. He gave himself a promotion. He's a CEO. How's he getting a promotion? He gave himself a promotion. How? I doubt they will... okay, so Red Hood says, I doubt they will be honest about the sales for Rebirth or dodge the question. If they are asked a direct question by investors, they pretty much will have to answer it. I think they'll have to... If they are... It depends, though, whether they're asked about it directly. Or if they're asked in such a way where they can sort of like... they're going to try, wiggle and square and dodge it. Or will they just voluntarily say about, oh, it met our expectations. It didn't meet our expectations. It was above our... I don't think it was above their expectations, because I feel like they would have said. Because another game that they spent a lot of money on that we did not get any sales for was Forspoken. They were radio silent about that one because we know what happened and they dissolved the studio. Right? So, in the next investors call after that, they said that it underperformed. We didn't get a sales number, but they said it underperformed. So, which, obviously we all figured. Square should just focus on Switch and PS/PC, says Mobile Suit Gooch. What, as in no Xbox? Is that what you mean? Like, if you're saying if they should just focus on Switch, PS and PC, you're just saying no Xbox? Is that what you're saying? I mean... To be honest, they already do a lot of that. Oh, you are saying that? To be honest, they do that a lot anyway. Because, like, they're, obviously they're big Final Fantasy games. The recent ones have been PlayStation only and then later to PC because of, exclusivity deals that they've made. And then they're smaller games. So that's the other thing. They're smaller games. The Pixel remaster, Final Fantasy Pixel remasters, and like Legend of Mana. They don't not Legend of Mana. Legend of Mana, that one. They don't release those on Xbox. The small ones they don't release on Xbox. So the really small ones like I'm describing, or like that new Saga game that's not going on Xbox, right? The new Saga game they're making. They're putting that on mobile. They're not putting it on Xbox, right? They don't put that, and then they're really big ones like Final Fantasy. They don't put on Xbox because obviously they've made certain deals about those ones. So Mobile Suit Gooch, I feel like that's what they already do. I feel like the only reason that Visions of Mana is going to be on Xbox is because Microsoft has obviously gone into like business arrangement. They've gone and made deals. I think money has changed hands for that to happen, because no Mana, as I looked it up, no Mana game has ever been on an Xbox platform before, and then all of a sudden, not only is it on Xbox, it's in their developer direct as well, and they're presenting it, and I think they might have the marketing for it, and this is after the handshake with Yoshi P and Phil Spencer and Airbrush Kiryu-san all on the stage at the Final Fantasy 14 Fan Fest, and Final Fantasy 14's in there. Airbrush Kiryu-san is making speeches that, we're going to put all this stuff on Xbox where possible, and then right after that they announced things like I said, Saga. That was announced after that. What's the new Saga game called? I've forgotten. But anyway, whatever that game is not on Xbox. And it's not like they've gone back and like, okay, fine. We're going to put the Pixel remasters on Xbox. Square Enix knows no one's gonna buy those on Xbox, right? And the other one was Octopath Traveler 2 was an announcement for that, although it hasn't. I don't believe it's got a date yet. The first game they put on Game Pass late. I'm telling you now, it flopped on there, and that's why when Octopath Traveler 2 came out, it didn't initially was not on Xbox, and then later on, they made a deal. Money's changed hands. That's what Microsoft is doing now to get these certain Japanese games on Xbox. They are just literally paying them. Is what I think is happening, and I think that is why Visions of Mana is going to be on Xbox. So they've put it on Xbox, but it is not on Game Pass at launch. And I think even Square Enix maybe clarified that it was not going to be on Xbox. Now there may be, I think there probably is a thing where it will go to Game Pass, like a year after or something like that. But it's not going to be at launch. I think Square Enix did like clarify or something like that, because obviously every game that's coming like that, everyone, is it going to be on Game Pass? Is it going to be on Game Pass? So this one isn't going to be at Game Pass at launch, but like I said, I think it's very possible that it will be in Game Pass like a year down the line or something like that. Mousy says that wouldn't help. They need to put more on Switch, and like Jodie said, they pretty much already do that. Yeah, like they like I said, they don't. This is why Phil Spencer went to Square Enix to like get stuff on Xbox, because they already do. Because look at the stuff that like there's stuff. The Final Fantasies, the brand new Final Fantasies, are not going on Xbox. The really small stuff like the Pixel remasters and the new Saga and the stuff, they are not going on Xbox, right? It's the stuff in the middle, right? So it'll be like your what was that game that came out? Star Ocean 6. Right, with stuff like that, stuff in the Star Ocean 6, Crisis Core, remaster thing they did. What else recently? I'm trying to think. That Dealfield Chronicle, I think, was on Xbox. No, you get the idea, right? So it's like there's stuff in the middle will go on Xbox. Oh, they put Die, The Adventure of Die was on Xbox as well. So they'll put stuff in the middle on Xbox, but like anything that's smaller stuff, they won't, and then the really big stuff they don't. So they get some stuff in the middle, basically, as it is what. So like for you to say that, Mobile Suit Gooch, like I feel like they already do that. I feel like that's what already. I think, but. I'm not saying that Square Enix should even do that. I think that they should try and put more of their games on Xbox, especially the bigger ones, like that are not. I'm not saying they're gonna go and sell before anyone's nobody buys the stuff. I know that their stuff don't sell gangbusters, but for example, if they put say Final Fantasy 16 on Xbox, right? So we know that the launch sales were 3 million, right? And that's what a load of people say, oh, well, Final Fantasy 15, it was like the sales were 90% on PlayStation and then 10% on Xbox. Now, I think that figure has been taken from whatever the UK sales. It's irrelevant. Let's just say, for argument's sake, that is true. Let's say it's true, right? So if it was like Final Fantasy 16, the launch sales, and it was 90% on PlayStation and then 10% on Xbox, what is 10% of 3 million? Somebody tell me right now. Is it 300? It's not 300,000. What's 10% of 3 million? Is it 300,000? Wait, hold up. I feel like it's 300,000. Somebody tell me now. Is it 30,000? Which one? 30,000, 300. Oh god, no. None of you are telling me. Okay, where's the percentage calculator? None of you are good at maths. This is ridiculous. Q later. That's what I said. I think it's 300,000. Okay, let me have a look. Okay, here's the percentage calculator. We're going to have a look. Let's see. What is 10% of 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? How many O's does a 3 million have? 6, right? Yeah, 6. So then it would be 300,000. Alright? So, let's say for argument's sake that Final Fantasy 16 would sell 90% on PlayStation and 10% on Xbox. That would still be out of the 3 million, 300,000 sales, launch sales. Which, personally, I don't think is something to sniff at. 300,000 at $70 a pop, minus, you know, the 30% or whatever. That's still a lot. Is 300,000 sales worth it? Let's just assume. I feel like and this is really like just lowballing of what some fanboys are saying. Some fanboys say, like, oh well, you know, it's 90% on PlayStation anyway. Maybe it is. So we're just taking that as for argument's sake because I actually don't know. Right, but let's just say it was 10%. Only 10% of the sales on Xbox. Also, it's assuming that there's no PC version at launch, which again, I think Square Enix needs to have their games on PC at launch. It's a huge issue, them not putting their games on PC. We've just seen they released a live service game recently, a couple of months ago, called Foam Stars. That game is only on PS4 and PS5. Now, again, I think that game was targeted to the Japanese market because it is a Splatoon clone, and Splatoon is popular worldwide and does well worldwide, but in Japan it is a cultural phenomenon, and the sales are just insane over there, and it's just sold so much, and it's just taken over there, right? I think they wanted to do that, but like in their wisdom they're like, well, let's put it on no PC version, don't worry about putting live service games on PC. Forget that. PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 only. That makes sense. Okay, well, from data from trophies and stuff like that, I think from True Trophies or one of these things, yeah, the player base has probably dropped off 95%. Bear in mind that game, Foam Stars, was in PlayStation Plus at launch. At launch, it was in PlayStation Plus for like I want to say a month. Was it a month? I think for 1 month. I think if you claimed it in that time, then it stays in your library. If you claimed it on PlayStation Plus, it stays in your library, provided that you are staying subscribed, right? So it will stay in your library. So all the people that did claim it at that time still have access to the game, but they are not playing the game, okay? The servers were merged. This was a few weeks ago. It was 2 or 3 weeks ago. There was a global server merge, okay? So there was like the servers were separated by geographically worldwide, right? They merged all the servers, they said, to improve wait times. You only do that if you just haven't got enough players and you need to merge the servers. The other thing with Foam Stars specifically is, and this is a long-running Square Enix issue, right? And it is the absolutely egregious, extremely aggressively priced microtransactions they have in that game. I don't know if anyone saw this, like when the game first came out, people were posting screenshots basically when you went into the shop, you could get like, it was like an outfit for one of the characters with maybe like a couple of stickers and emote or something like that, and it was like $40, wasn't it? Like 40, it was like $40 US. I think it was $40 US, but the game retails for like $30 or so. It was something crazy like that, right? I don't know what is going on with Square Enix doing things like that. I can't get my head around it. Red Hood says, honestly, Foam Stars will shut down before that game is even a year old. That's my guess. What happened for... Gooch! I love that show. That What Happened. That's good. Yeah. What Happened Foam Stars. Or the other one is that guy Nerd Slayer. Have you seen the Nerd Slayer videos where he goes into like different like live service games and why they ended up shutting down? Yeah. It'll be What Happened Foam Stars. We know what happened. It'll be What Happened Foam Stars or yeah, Death of a Game. I love that Death of a Game series. I'm like, oh, when is the new one? Like he did one for Halo Infinite. This is really interesting. He did one for Halo Infinite. Bear in mind that game isn't being shut down. The game hasn't shut down. It's still going, right? He did one for Halo Infinite, I think, and I watched it. And his assessment was fair. And it was from the perspective of him being an enormous Halo fan. He said he's an enormous Halo fan. And he talked about the various like missteps that was made during the development and the rollout of how they did it, the progression in the game being really weird and like being really weird to play different modes in the different modes, and things weren't there at launch and all this type of thing. So he came from the perspective of like being a hardcore Halo fan and how disappointed he was. But I mean, Halo Infinite is still going. It hasn't been shut down at all. But he put it in there because he felt like the game was dead to him. I think he felt like the game was dead to him. It's really good. So check that. If anyone watched the Death of the Game series, it's on. I think the channel is just called Nerd Slayer, and that's the main thing he looks at like MMOs and stuff like that. Really good. So I'm waiting for the Foam Stars one. So you know there's gonna be a Foam Star. You know there's gonna be Foam Stars one. Yeah. They did one for like what was that game? Babylon's Fall. Babylon's Fall. Remember that game? Somehow lasted a year. Okay, so Red Hood, you're guessing that Foam Stars will be shut down before 1 year. Bear in mind that Babylon's Fall lasted about a year. I think it shut down just before 1 year. So that game somehow lasted a year, but you think Foam Stars is going to last less time. Yeah, Square Enix and live service games, not a good match. Also, that extends to their mobile games, which are in themselves like, I mean, unless you're just doing a port, like a straight port, because like we just saw, but they ported Trials of Mana to mobile. That's just a port of a console game, right? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about games made for mobile that get regular updates. It's got like gacha mechanics and all these microtransactions and all of that. So if we look at the game, there was a Mana mobile game that shut down recently. We just talked about that one. It was on here. Where'd it go? Yeah, Echoes of Mana. Yeah, only around for a year. That game was only around for a year. So this is Square Enix in a nutshell with their mobile games not doing particularly. People say, oh, their mobile game. Their mobile games are not doing particularly well. Actually, they have a few that are successful, but then they have loads that are just shutting down. So they shut down this one recently. They shut down a Dragon Quest one. I think Dragon Quest Tact. It's been shut down. They shut down a Bravely Default mobile game. That game never left Japan. What else have they shut down recently? I want to say, yeah, there was that Final Fantasy First Soldier. They basically made a Battle Royale Final Fantasy VII game for mobile. Only on mobile. Not on console or PC. Like what were they thinking? I can't understand that personally. Like it doesn't make any sense. If you're going to make something like that, at least put it on console and PC as well, right? Where like I mean the fan base, especially for because it was in the style of remake, right? Basically, so that, to make that game and not put it on the PlayStation 4 doesn't make any sense to me. I just can't understand. Like Square Enix's decisions are bizarre, and like if you look at the bizarre way that they did the Pixel remasters, like why were those games all on mobile first? Do you remember that? People were begging for like 1-2 years, like please put the games on console, because they were on mobile first, then they put them on PC, and like it was like a year plus before eventually they put them on console. People were begging Square Enix, please. But they did it eventually. But why that weird staggered release? They didn't. Square Enix are some rinky-dink little indie company. They have enough money to put those on consoles and PCs simultaneously, but yet they didn't. This is what I mean about Square Enix and being mismanaged. They are mismanaged, severely mismanaged. So those are the main topics I wanted to talk about today. If anybody, there's not many people left there. If anybody has got anything else, Red Hood, they are for Mobile Suit Gooch. Anything else you would like to add about the Mana series, about Square Enix advertising to Haruto, about why Haruto only looks 25 at the end of the ad? If anything you would have to say, we can finish on that. We can finish on that. Sorry, I wasn't checking the thing. I'm here. He's 35 at best. He's 35 at best. Well, that Haruto at the end of the thing was not 35. He was like 25. Don't even. That actor was really young. They fixed Halo Infinite apparently. Yeah, Mousy, come on, that game. Good lord, that game came out 3 years ago. But yeah, the person who does that Death of a Game series did one for Halo Infinite. So if you haven't watched it, check it out. And he is a big Halo fan, like a mega fan. He said he's a huge Halo fan. So it's not someone who's like a Halo hater or something. He's a huge Halo fan, and he does a deep dive into all the mistakes they made with Halo Infinite. But yeah, I guess they've improved and things like that. But I personally don't think they should have released the game in the manner they did anyway, to be honest with you. Well, by Red Hood. Yeah. Okay, so that's about it for this week. This was more of a test stream. I'm going to try and get some of these technical issues worked out. I'm going to ask Jago to help me to do that. In the meantime, I noticed that bot wasn't working. Damn it. That bot wasn't here. Okay, in the meantime, do join our Discord server, and that's where we're mostly active. That's why, for people that have only been looking at the YouTube channel, I've been kind of doing the show, but only on Discord. The reason is that my setup for streaming is only on my PC, the desktop PC that's in the living room, and I had been using my laptop because I'd been having some health issues and stuff where I couldn't come into the living room to some problems with my health and stuff like that. So I'm going to find the damn link, the invite. Where is it? Yeah, invite. No, 1 second. Invite people. Okay, invite as a guest. No. Invite. Okay, so generate new link. Copy. So for people who, no, not that one. Wait, hang on. How do I put it into the chat? It is this one. Wait, hold up. I put it in the chat. this is annoying. Yeah, and I have like some pretty severe computer issues as well. With like my CPU being completely overloaded and needing new PC parts. I need an entirely new PC probably, which is going to be pretty. Oh my god, why is this? Look at this. Look, it won't even load that, and I can't. It's so annoying because like they have the chat on the Streamlabs thing, but you can't. When you go to click it, you can't. It says I'll go onto the web page. So I need this to load. Are you being serious right now? It won't even load this. This is wild. Let me close this. Look, it won't load it. This is crazy. Oh, here we go. I clicked the reload button again though. So it's gonna do it again. Oh my god. Wow. My PC's really, really slow and bad. This isn't good. But anyway, basically, over on the Discord server is where we are active. We have a thriving community over there, all talking about mainly video games sales, talking about things from a sales perspective, video games news. We also have another regular show that is only on the Discord server. So that's once a week. Our wonderful community member Mario DK hosts a show, and it is called Storytime with Mario DK, and that's on a Tuesday at, well, for my time it's like 11:30 UTC. So it's pretty late for me to participate in it. Oh my god, this thing's not loading at all. What is happening here? This is so annoying. It's not even like, it's not loading. This is insane. It's like literally not loading. Just chilling. Who's just chilling? You? Well, this bloody browser's chilling. That's who's chilling. It's browser. I can't post anything in here. Look at this. How can I not do anything? Let me close these down. Wild. Look, my CPU's overloaded. Like it can't handle it can't handle the load because Streamlabs uses up so much of the CPU. It uses up it's using 35%, 38%, 39%. Very high power usage. Very high CPU usage. I don't know why. I don't know why it's that high. But it is. There's nothing I can do about it. It just really is that high. I can't do anything about that. Can I post this thing that? Okay, I can't do it. What I'll do is I will end the stream and then afterwards I will post it in the comments, okay? For you to get the link to our Discord server. As I was saying, yeah, we have another show on Tuesdays, run by Mario DK. And yeah, this show I'm going to try and work out the technical issues and stuff like that. And there will be another tech stream I will do sometime next week to try and work some of this stuff out with the equipment I've got now before I because I can't upgrade my PC right now. So until I can upgrade it to try and get it to run better. Thanks everyone for turning up. We did have quite a few people, but everyone's gone. Oh wait, hang on, the thing's come up. I'm gonna post a stupid thing. You stupid Discord! I mean, you stupid YouTube. Do you know what? It's not even YouTube's fault. I'm gonna be honest. It's my fault. And wait, hold up. The Streamlabs. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to come up with a solution for this.